How can you get up to $250 in free onboard credit on your next cruise? Why is this vacant spot in the Bahamas a Carnival secret? And what exactly is the real reason the cruise line settled on this iconic design for its funnels? Carnival is one of the most popular cruise lines on the planet, with literally millions of loyal passengers who sail them again and again. But even mega fans may not know some of what I'm going to reveal to you about this famous cruise line. So get ready as I pull back the curtain on things you didn't know about Carnival. Now, you know that Carnival is a major cruise line with ships sailing all over, but you likely don't know just how big it is when it comes to the number of cabins and passengers. As of this video, the cruise line's fleet consists of 24 ships. That figure, however, is going to increase. First, ships from sister brand Costa are coming over to Carnival, and at the end of the year, Carnival Jubilee, the third Excel class ship that carries more than 5,000 passengers, will also make its debut. As it stands now, the fleet has more than 37,000 cabins across all the ships. For reference, Las Vegas has an estimated 150,000 hotel rooms in total. So Carnival is about 1/4 the size of Las Vegas when it comes to hotels. When full, with ships sailing at double occupancy, Carnival's fleet comes out to roughly 75,000 passengers sailing the cruise line at any given moment. Of course, that figure isn't exact, but it does go to show that the number of people cruising with the line is huge, and likely more than you realized. If you talk to anyone that sails on Carnival, the chances are good that somewhere along the way, Guy's Burger Joint will come up. For those that have not sailed yet, this is an included restaurant serving burgers and fries by the pool. What makes it stand out is that the burgers are out of this world. But what most people do not know is that there is a secret ingredient that may be the key to them tasting so good. Carnival offers a recipe for the burgers online, and everything in the ingredient list seems pretty normal until you see half-ounce cheese sauce Velveeta. The recipe says that once you've cooked the burger, then you add the cheese sauce to the top of the burger and then throw on a slice of cheddar. I know it sounds a little weird, but everyone will tell you that it tastes great. Following the pandemic, Carnival set sail with its first Excel class ship in Mardi Gras. From there, it introduced Carnival Celebration, a second ship in the class, and in late 2023 will come with Carnival Jubilee sailing from Galveston. Maybe you've sailed other ships in Carnival's fleet, or maybe you were looking to sail Carnival for the first time. Either way, you need to know that this class is a big difference from the other ships in Carnival's fleet. First off, they are simply bigger overall. Excel class ships come in at 180,000 gross tons, about a third larger than the previous Vista class. With that size, so much more is packed onto the ship, from more restaurants to even a roller coaster. In short, it still has that Carnival vibe, but it is a much different experience than any other ship in the fleet. Now, I mentioned how big Carnival's fleet is today, but most people don't realize it came from much more modest beginnings. In fact, Carnival recently celebrated its 50th birthday in 2022. The cruise line began back in 1972 with a single ship, a retired ocean liner that the newly formed Carnival dubbed Mardi Gras, and Carnival wasn't exactly an overnight success. The second ship wouldn't come on until 1975, when Empress of Britain joined the fleet, becoming Carnival. That was followed 3 years later with the Festival. Of course, the growth has come much more quickly since then. These days, a new ship is introduced essentially once a year. Sitting roughly 120 miles east of Miami, this spot looks like absolutely nothing on Google Maps, but it might be the biggest news for Carnival that few people know about. This is the location of what the cruise line has dubbed its Grand Port Project. It will be a massive destination for cruise passengers, measuring more than 300 acres and with the ability to dock 2 of its largest ships at once. But so far, not a lot of details have been shared. For instance, the name of the destination hasn't even been shared, nor have exact details on what it will feature, though it is focused on the beach and has also been said to have a water park, pools, and plenty of food and beverage. So it's not even clear when it will open, other than the Carnival says late 2024. The next thing isn't something that's a big secret or something hidden away. It is, however, something that many people might not notice. Keeping in line with what you might find at a high-rise hotel on land, Carnival ships skip the 13th floor. Or should I say, they skip the 13th deck. It's long been a superstition that the number 13 is unlucky, so many buildings like to just skip it, moving from the 12th floor to the 14th floor. Carnival ships can have upwards of 18 decks, and they follow the same superstition. One good thing, if you are taking the stairs up, it's one less deck than you think that you have to climb. One thing that a lot of people just don't know is a way that you can get onboard credit included on any fare that you sail. Carnival Cruise Line, it's actually part of Carnival Corporation, which trades publicly on the stock market under the ticker symbol CCL. And as a benefit to being an investor, if you show proof that you own at least 100 shares, then you can receive onboard credit running from $50 for trips under 7 days, $100 for cruises of 7 to 13 days, and $250 in credit for trips of 14 days or longer. Right now, Carnival shares have been hit hard and they trade at just $8 a share. So this isn't investment advice, but for $800, you can get up to $250 in credit on your next cruise. And this benefit, it's good for each cruise that you take, not just one time. Just note that the offer could be rescinded at the company's discretion. Carnival is arguably the most famous cruise line on the planet, and the most famous symbol of the company is its funnel. In fact, the whale tail funnel is even part of the line's logo. But have you ever wondered exactly why it looks like that? After all, no other cruise line has any other funnel that's nearly as prominent, sticking up with two huge wings jutting out of the side. It's by far the most signature design piece on the ship. According to Carnival's own history, its design began when cruise ship designer Joe Farkas and Carnival boss Ted Arison were out on the deck after dinner, and Arison said that the funnel, a staple of any cruise ship, needs to be designed in a way that gets the smoke out away from the ship. As the story goes, Farkas says he was thinking of the aerodynamics. After all, there is a lot of wind at sea, and thought of an airplane's wings, eventually coming up with the winged funnel design, which passed wind tunnel test and put that exhaust out to the sides instead of directly over the ship. Today, a Carnival cruise ship without that funnel design, it just looks funny. We all know that Carnival likes to call itself the fun ships, and part of that fun is letting the drinks flow. It's no surprise that you'll find bars everywhere on the ship, no matter which one you sail. But many people likely don't know where to get the cheapest beer on a Carnival ship. In general, you'll pay $6 to $8 for a beer at the bars, plus gratuity. If you want the least expensive option, look for the automated beer stations, usually located in the buffet area. With these stations, you grab a glass, scan your card, and then pour your beer. The options change, but I've seen Dos Equis, Bud Light, and Carnival's own brands of beer. In general, the cost is around 40 cents for an ounce, or about $5 for a 12-ounce pour. Thank you for watching. Do you have a Carnival secret that you think I missed, or something that you think other passengers would love to know? Put it in the comments below. As well, if you learned something, I hope that you'll like and subscribe. And you can always visit Cruzely.com for more cruise tips and advice. Until next time, happy sailing.